So I may have done some damage at Sephora yesterday, and I want to share with you a few of the products that I purchased, and I want to try them with you while I get ready today. So think of this as my adventure into trying to find lower tox makeup. None of this is like completely non-tox. I'm stretching the boundaries a little bit, but I'm trying to find products that I really enjoy. I think the struggle with having lower tox makeup is you're very limited in what products you can buy, and also there's a lot of opinions out there of what is actually truly lower tox. So before I actually get into the makeup, I did splurge on a skincare item. And if you guys watched my vlog from probably like a month or so ago, as I was ranting about spending a lot of money on skincare, I then went and bought a Drunk Elephant product. But let me just share with you why. I went into Sephora, wasn't expecting to buy anything other than to repurchase my beloved Tower 28 SunnyDays makeup. I love this tinted sunscreen. I have tried the Say version. I have tried the Merit version. I didn't like either of those as much as I have liked this one. This one just looks so good on my skin. So I went in for that, and I ended up coming out with a few more products. I stumbled over into the Drunk Elephant skincare line. If you're like a total non-tox queen and you're like, yeah, this is not, I understand. I'm not going out there and saying that this is like the cleanest product, especially when you're buying serums, like a retinol or those type of serums. This is not the retinol, but this is the Protini Powerpeptide Resurf Serum with 10% lactic acid and 11 other peptides. So the reason why I purchased this item is because I have tried a few Drunk Elephant skincare products in the past that were like a sample kit. My skin has never been better than when I was using a Drunk Elephant product. I even went back last night after I purchased this product. I went back to my YouTube channel to try to find the videos where I've talked about Drunk Elephant in the past. And I showed before and afters, and my skin was horrendous. And it looks so much better after using some of their products. The one that I really like from them is the polypeptide like moisturizer. Going back and forth of, do I purchase that or do I purchase like a serum? And I was thinking the serum would probably be worth more for my money because it's actually like a serum that's going to be doing things. There were way more when I was looking in the ingredients. This thing is filled with peptides, and the moisturizer, yes, it has some, but it's more like a moisturizer, and so I figured it was worth the splurge on the serum. We're gonna try it out. I have already used this last night and this morning. My skin does look very glowy. I don't think it's necessarily just from this. I am still using my Bubble Milky toner and the moisturizer, which I do think is what's giving me a lot of the glow today. Disregard my very greasy hair that needs to be washed. I want to try this because my skin loves peptides, polypeptides specifically. It's always reacted really well. Clearly I have very hormonal acne. I've had it for the last 10 years, basically since high school. It doesn't matter how clean I eat. It doesn't matter the products I'm using. I've always had this. It'll ebb and flow. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. But I do know that the peptides really do help. I've done microneedling in the past to help with the scarring, but the problem is I still get like active breakouts. So I'm hopeful that this product will help with that. So I'm going to start using it morning and night. And then if it becomes too strong on my skin, I will pull back and maybe do it once a day or maybe every other day. We're just going to try it out and see. I will let you know once I use this product up. I don't want to have to be repurchasing it all the time unless I truly think it's a miracle worker. So that's part of my haul. I did repurchase the Tower 28 SunnyDays tinted sunscreen. This is more than just like a tinted sunscreen. It definitely has coverage, so I did repurchase that. I buy the shade 15 Melrose. They do lean a little bit yellow warm tone. Most of their shades do, so just something to keep in mind, but I just use this summer, winter, all the time. Love this product, so I wanted to repurchase that. One other thing that I was really excited about is this Supergoop product. Now, Supergoop is another brand where I think it's somewhat clean. I don't think it's like the cleanest out there, but I think it's better than a lot of other brands. So this is actually the Protec Tint Daily SPF Tint, SPF 50. So this Tower 28 one is only SPF 30. So this is more of like a true sunscreen that's tinted. I actually got the shade 22W, which is more warm tone, but when I was swatching it in person on my hand, it looked like a good fit. So I'm hoping this color works. It's very interesting packaging. This one is really like a true sunscreen, so this will probably be really good for the summertime. I'm not a huge proponent of like sunscreen is the saving grace. I do think a lot of our sunscreen products do have chemicals in them that almost are counteractive. However, I do think if you're going to be in the sun for long periods of time, it's definitely worth having some form of something on your skin just to protect it. I want to try this product out today. It's a very interesting squeezy tube, so I'm just going to squeeze it on my hand. And I'm just going to apply it with my fingers. Because I notice that sometimes just applying it with my fingers works the best. Otherwise, when I use the Tower 28 product, I always apply it with my sponge. I don't have a mirror in front of me. That was a mistake. I know Supergoop products are very popular, especially their sunscreens, because they make like a glowy sunscreen. They make a matte version. They make tinted. Spread it down. The Tower 28 product I do use a sponge for. So I am curious how this would work with a sponge too. Obviously I'll keep playing with it and I'll share back with you what I find. This is sitting very nicely on my skin. It's not super high coverage, which is totally fine. I don't wear a lot of high coverage products. And I did a quick Google search when I was looking in the store at the item. And a lot of people said like it wasn't super full coverage. So I was almost thinking of this too as like a good makeup product to wear, maybe, because I do feel like this Tower 28 one does have like medium coverage. So, and like it can kind of build. So I feel like this might be the Supergoop one. Might be a good product to wear like when I'm at home or just running errands and I'm not necessarily getting ready for work or something like that. I'm gonna just do a little bit more to see if you can build up the coverage at all. Extremely dewy. That's the one thing I will, take away from this. It says it's for all skin types and it's a natural finish. It is a blendable skin tint with powerful sun protection, a barely there feel, and like coverage for a visibly even, smooth complexion with a natural finish. I do feel like, and it could be my skincare that I had on because the moisturizer I used was a little bit thicker. I do feel like I can feel it sitting on my skin more than maybe other makeup. Like it almost has that a little bit of a greasy skin sunscreen feel. I mean, I was able to add more. I don't know if it like really added a ton more coverage, but it definitely covered some stuff, you can tell. I do think it is a little bit darker than my natural skin tone right now. You can tell it is a little bit more warmer, but I do think that it actually like matches not too bad, especially like in the summertime. This will be perfect. So I'll just make sure to blend it down my neck when it is something that I'm wearing, more in public. Overall, I mean, I like it so far and how it's wearing. It doesn't look like it's like sitting on top of my skin, which is sometimes the problem I have with some more skincare or sunscreen based products. So I don't necessarily feel like it's like sitting. I do think it has oxidized a little bit since it's gone on my skin. It is looking a little bit more orange. But then again, if my main focus of using this on days where I only put one layer on, it's more of a natural product, I could see it working, especially like in the summertime. This is 1.18 fluid ounces, which I thought it felt like it was kind of small. But then when I was looking at this one, this is only 1 fluid ounce. So technically this product has more than this in it. So make sure you actually, like, if you are truly comparing costs on things, make sure you're actually looking up how much is in it. I did mention this in a recent vlog. So I purchased the Versed Warm Dimension Bronzer Stick. This is in the shade Away. I love this stuff. I've been using the Tower 28 cream bronzer, but I actually think I like this stuff a little bit more. And I think it might be, I don't know if they're selling it anymore. I bought it on sale at Target. So hopefully they aren't getting rid of this worst item, but I do really like this product. Tap my brush onto the stick. I don't even draw the stick on my face. And I just blend it in that way. Honestly, I feel like I'm so bronzed with this product. I don't need a ton of bronzer. But this is a newer, more clean, and it's more drugstore friendly. I understand it's still decently expensive, but it's a little bit more of an inexpensive option. I feel like this is not going on as well on top of this Supergoop product. I don't know if it's applying as well. It almost feels like the Supergoop might be, like, see how it's getting, I don't have that issue where it like kind of collects with my other skin products. So just something to keep in mind. Maybe the Supergoop product is more a no makeup day where you're not really adding much else to the top of it. So I don't have a new blush, so I'm just going to use the Tower 28 Beach Please blush in office hours. I've been using this product for years now. I have had a couple different shades. This is just the office hour shade. It's some nice color. I really like these cream blushes, and I don't feel like Tower 28 is so absurdly expensive for being like a higher end clean beauty. Okay, so the other product that I bought, which is going to be ironic because I don't need any more glow on my face, is the Merit Day Glow Highlighting Balm. Right now I don't use a clean highlight, like a clean beauty highlighter, because my skin is often so dewy. But I thought it would be fun to have one, and I don't foresee me using this up super often. Like, I won't go through it fast. I thought it would be fun to have something for, especially like a day when I'm going out and I, you know, want a little more makeup. I'm in a wedding. It's in the shade Cava. It's just a really pretty highlighter. Nothing crazy, but just a little sheen. I'm gonna draw it on. Oh yeah. This one was the lightest shade, so might be a little light, but it's okay. Yep. So, I mean, this side looks already dewy, but oh yeah, I love that. I love dewy skin. I also have very dry skin, so. Yep, love this. Gonna use this a lot. And it's like in a stick form where I feel like I'm not gonna go through it a ton. I'm very into like the cream, a little on my brow bone. I'm very into like the cream face products right now. Because I just, with my drier skin, I just feel like it sits on my face better. You can tell it's a little bit more cool tone, the shade, which is fine. I mean, I could have gotten like a darker shade to kind of make it blend more with a blush, but I feel like when you have a highlight that's too dark and you turn, you can kind of see the, like the shadow on your cheekbone. So I almost would prefer it to be a little bit lighter. I am dewy. So those were all the new items that I have purchased. I'm just gonna quickly finish my makeup. None of this is new, but I'm gonna use the e.l.f., which is not low tox, because I cannot bring myself to buy a $20+ brow product when you go through brow and mascara when you go through it so fast. I'm sure that they make some great ones, but it's different for me if it's a skincare item or like a foundation or something where it's gonna be sitting on my skin all day versus like a brow product like this where it's just gonna be in my brows, like in such a small area. I just have such a hard time buying high-end makeup for my brows and mascara because you go through them so fast. Like, and believe me, I understand like the Drunk Elephant product is absurd, the price. So I'm not saying that I justify that either. But I am more likely to invest in my skincare than makeup. Getting low on this, but this is the e.l.f. Instant Brow Pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. And then I just used the e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Gel, also in the shade Neutral Brown. And then, like I was saying, mascara. Still using the same products I used in my Get Ready With Me that I did the other month, a month or two ago. Drugstore. Can't bring myself to pay for high-end. Maybelline Lash Sensational. Maybelline Lash Sensational. If you've been watching my channel for years now, I mean, this has been a favorite mascara for 10 years. I've loved this mascara. It's always like, if I try a new one and I don't like it, I go back to the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Like, it is just my jam. I probably will regret this. Maybe I'll do this after I do mascara because I always get it on my lids. I might put a little bit of that glowy balm on my eyelids. The other mascara I've been loving, which I also mentioned was in the other Get Ready With Me, was the Colossal Bubble by Maybelline. This one is getting a little bit dried out, so I feel like it's not as good as it is when it's fresh. But sometimes I rotate. Like, use the Lash Sensational and this to help build on each other. I said that weird. This. I don't know how people put mascara on and don't get it on their lids. I am notorious. Forever and a day, I will always get mascara on my lids. Doesn't matter what mascara it is. I don't know if it's the way my eyes are shaped or if I am just that messy. Every time. Never fails. Which is why I struggle with eyeshadow. Because I always get it on my lids and then I have to like get in my eyeshadow. So this is a pretty typical makeup day for me. I mean, it's just, I don't usually wear eyeshadow. I keep it simple. I do want to add some of this Merit highlighter to my lids. Not that I need more glow, but like, I'm obsessed. I love glowy skin. Give me glowy skin all day. Dewy over matte. I'm just not a matte girly. Part of it's just because I have dry skin. Inner corner. Maybe it'll be better to do this. Oh yeah. Somebody needs to take it away from me. This is the finished look. How do we think it looks? It's okay if you say you think it's too dewy because it is pretty dewy. Oh, I should also say, I'll put this on. This is the Well People Lip Nurture Hydrating Balm. This is another product I got when it was my drugstore haul with items that were kind of on sale at Target. I think this product's okay. It's like a, it's basically like a lipstick, but it's like way thicker. It's like a very thick balm, but it's tinted. I do think because it's thicker, it does last on my lips longer, which is good, but it's not gonna be like a multiple hour wear or anything. But it looks good. So would I repurchase it? Probably not. Oh, this is funny. Well People is made by e.l.f. I didn't know that. I don't know if this has the shade on it. I think it's the shade Spiced. Well, this is the finished look. Actually happy with how everything turned out. I do think I want to play around with the Supergoop product a little bit more. I love the highlighter stick. I will follow up on the Drunk Elephant skincare item as well as the Supergoop. I'll follow up on everything, but the Supergoop one I do want to play around with a little bit more. I want to try it with a sponge, maybe a brush. I have a feeling the brush is not going to go over well. Usually these type of products don't go well with brushes. I will follow up after I play around with this some more, but I do kind of my first impression think that this will definitely be more of a product that, not that I wouldn't wear it to work because I absolutely could, but it may be more of a product that I wear around the house when I'm outside working in the garden this summer. Like I just picture me working in the garden with this on my face and maybe like no other makeup. Scenarios like that. So again, if you are strapped for money, I completely, and I've been there where I'm like, I cannot afford to just buy a product just to wear around the house. I 100% understand that. So it's not that I think you should go out and buy it just for that use case. So I definitely, as of right now, love the way my skin looks. I think it looks healthy and glowy and dewy. Too dewy. My first impression is I think it's just a good product in general, but I will play around with it and let you know. However, if you are looking for something that may be a little bit more foundation-like and full coverage, but this isn't full coverage, but more coverage, medium-ish coverage, I would go with something like the Tower 28. You're just gonna get a little bit more coverage out of it. Those are my first impressions so far. Love the highlighter stick. I like the Supergoop product, the Drunk Elephant one. I really have to play around with it more to see. I wanted to give like a wear update. I wasn't planning to do this, but I figured it may not hurt. So I've had this on for about 7 hours. You can really see where I had like other products. Look at the highlighter, looks great. You can see where the bronzer was. I feel like I've had some worn off on my nose. I think I've only blown my nose once today. I definitely think it has oxidized as the day has gone on. So that is something where it's like once it's been on my skin for a little bit, it does feel like it got a little bit darker. However, I do understand the shade I purchased was definitely a little bit more warm tone and a little bit darker than maybe my current skin is now in the winter. I'm at my palest right now. I'm filming on my phone, which is a little bit of a different camera than my actual camera. I do think it has kind of worn off though. So again, and my skin is very dewy. So I think this is definitely the type of product that I will most frequently wear it on days that I'm not really going anywhere, like that I need to be all dressed up for. So like work, or if it's like a formal event that I'm in or something, I will probably stick to my Tower 28 product. This is totally something I would wear if I'm gonna be outside in the summer working for hours outside, or I'm just running errands, or I'm just around the house and I just want something. This is kind of more the product for that. That is just my first impression though. This is only one day of me wearing it. I do want to try it out some more, so I will definitely keep you posted and I'll do a follow-up in like a month or two. But that's just my initial thoughts. So I figured it might be useful to see what it looks like 7 hours in. Hopefully you guys found this helpful or enjoyed hanging out with me. What are your favorite low tox products? I would love to know down in the comments. I'm always interested in trying new makeup, clearly. This is how my channel was founded and I love it. It's so fun to every once in a while do some new makeup try on. So you'll stick around and subscribe if you are new here. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.